What is happening, YouTube Snap-on fans, and welcome back to another video. Now, we have had the launch of a brand new diagnostics machine here in the UK, and it is one of my favourite diagnostics machines, and it is the ZEUS Plus. Now, if there is one diagnostics machine I love out of all of our diagnostics machine, it is this, the ZEUS. I know the thing inside out, and there is nothing I love more is to sit and talk about the ZEUS. Now, like I just said, this thing has just launched. It is fresh. We only got these late last night, hence why I didn't do a video last night. This is my second one, and we had a sales unit that we took away from our meeting last night, which I sold at my first call, and my area manager kindly went out of his way today to bring me a second unit just to do this video for you guys and obviously sell it. But yeah, he went out of his way to do this just for the video, so thank you, Neil. So ZEUS Plus, now this is the new version of the old ZEUS, and there is some real new cool features that have been upgraded on this. Now, if you're upgrading, say, from a ZEUS or Apollo to one of these, you are going to be getting tons and tons and tons and tons of bells and whistles. A few, just say like scope multimeter, guided component testing. If you're coming from the ZEUS, you're going to get intelligent diagnostics as a full information pack. There's loads of stuff. If you're coming up from a Triton, obviously you're going to get a 4-channel scope, whereas you've only got a 2-channel scope on the Triton, the information pack, and a few more other bells and whistles. But there also could be those of you that are coming up from the old ZEUS and want to know the difference between the ZEUS and the ZEUS Plus. And that's pretty much what I'm going to cover in this video today, is the differences between the ZEUS and the ZEUS Plus. I've done a full intense video, which I think is about 30 minutes long, on the actual ZEUS and the scan function, the information pack, the guided component testing and stuff like that. So if you want to watch that, click this video here, but please watch this video first and then go and watch that video, because we're here to talk about this first. When I was talking to a customer today, he traded in his old ZEUS for one of these. Now, the first thing he asked me is, what's new? What's the new upgrades? So the first thing I said to him was the actual scan function of it and the software and what it does is the same as the old ZEUS. And the first thing he said to me was, well, why would I upgrade from the old one to the new one if it doesn't actually do anything of any different? Now, straight away in that instance, I get that, and I get why some people would say, well, why would I upgrade? And to be fair, some people probably won't. They probably stick with the ZEUS that they've got and not want to upgrade. But the easiest way I can explain this to you with this is hardware. So if you take the iPhone 14, now I'm an iPhone user, so this is the only way I can sort of portray this. So if you take the iPhone 14 and the iPhone 11, what the actual phone does hasn't changed. It hasn't changed in years. It still does the same stuff. They've added a few little features like they have on this. But the actual thing is still the same. The phone is the same. But what they do change throughout the phones is they make it bigger, better screen, better viewing screen, better cameras, faster, better hardware. And that's kind of what this is here. So they've bought, obviously, this to look in line the same as the Apollo D8 and the Triton D10. So now you've got that sleek looking design, which you've got to agree, compared to the old one, it does look 10 times better. So what are these upgrades? So the first thing we're going to see here is the screen. Now, the screen on the new one is 34% bigger. So the way we've done that is we've got rid of the 2 buttons at the side and put them at the top. So this gives us the ability to make the whole front one big screen. So that's 34% larger, which gives you a better viewing experience. And on top of that, just in those tight areas where you might be under a dash trying to do something, you can see the machine. So it's just going to give you that real better experience with the screen. So another with this screen is it's optically bonded, which I believe is just the way the screen is put on. 56% brighter, which doesn't just mean that if you were working in a dark environment it's going to be brighter. It's more, I had, like, the guy that I sold my unit to this morning, he works outside a lot, or he takes his machine outside a lot, and obviously one thing if you've used the old one outside, one thing you'll know is if you were using it outside is in certain lights you'll struggle and you have to sort of huddle over it to try and give it shadow to see the screen. Now, because of the way that they optically bond it and the fact that it's brighter, you can use this in direct sunlight and still see the screen crystal clear as if you were using it in a workshop, which makes it all round for you guys that use it out on the road or outside in a car park or whatnot. It just makes it 10 times better. Next thing that we have upgraded is the battery. So there's no longer two little screws on the side. It just clips in through these little clips here. I've had a few of the older batteries break off the clips. So obviously they've done away with those now. So yeah, that lasts 50% longer than the older battery. So again, for you guys that are out on the road or may not always be in the workshop while using this, or maybe just in intense diagnostics on a car, the whole machine will last a lot longer than the other one did before you have to charge it up, which I know is going to benefit a few of my customers that use this machine out and about. Next up is the scope memory. So they've upped it by 300% on the scope memory, which is going to give you a better scope pattern and a better scoping experience while using that. Again, like I said on the phone, upgrading hardware, so they have upgraded the processors, so they're 43% faster now, I think. So, and on top of that, they've doubled the storage of the machine. So with those two combined, using this compared to the other one, it's going to be so much faster. So this morning we plugged it in because, like I said, we only got these last night, so it's brand new. I haven't really had a chance to plug it into a car, so we sort of just plugged it in and had a little play. And the one thing we straight away noticed is the difference in speed between the two. It's so much more quicker. It doesn't feel as laggy as the ZEUS. Obviously the Plus 10 times quicker, and that helps. So you're going to be able to keep more stuff on the machine, whether it's on the actual Windows based stuff or the actual diagnostic suite as we're on here. And then a few little sort of changes. Obviously we've added 2 speakers on the front, whereas you only used to have one on one side. That's handy in instances where if you're using the smart data where it beeps on the flags, you might be in a busy environment, have an engine running next to it or something like that, and you could miss the beep. So now you've got speakers both sides, so no matter where you are, you're always going to hear that. Another thing we've added, which you'll see in this top little corner here, is the microphone. So a lot of people probably thinking, well, why do you need a microphone on there? Since COVID, we've become more and more into Zoom meetings. So that basically just gives you the ability to be able to do that on there, whether it's to record a video for customers through the camera. You can now add sound to it, or like I say, you can do Zoom. So if you were on the phone to technical, or maybe doing like a training seminar or something like that, you could obviously do it through the machine while you're sat in a vehicle or whatever you really wanted to use it for, but you've got that option now. So with adding that, we've obviously upgraded the quality of the camera, so we've upgraded those, and we've also changed the docking ports. So now there is a USB-C port on there, which is going to give you a lot more flexibility with the docking and stuff like that. It charges through the USB-C, so now you can see you don't have to have the flap on the side open, which I know used to frustrate some people. I know a lot of people that this has fell off because they have it open while it's on charge and stuff like that, and it really annoyed them that you had to do it. So now you can just have it on charge and it doesn't have to have the side panel open. So obviously under there you've just got your standard 2 USBs on there. And as you've probably noticed, compared to the back, the scope module's gone. Now, we haven't took it away, we haven't got rid of it, it's still there. It's just now its own standalone unit. I would no end of time come into a call and see customers sort of trundling along with the machine in the hand and this in the other, or have it balancing on top, walking to and it's sliding everywhere. So now it's got its own little dedicated slot panel on the back, which is going to make it easier for obviously carrying it around. Another thing we've changed is the kickstand on the back. On the old one you only had one position and it was that. So now you've got the rest stand, you can have the steering wheel stand, and you can kick it upright and have it as a handle. And last but not least, we've upgraded the stylus. We made it a lot thicker, a lot more heavy duty. It's made out of aluminium as well. It's got a snazzy little light, whether you're looking for OEBD port or anything like that. So yeah, that's upgraded. I know a lot of people have broken the other ones. I've ordered a lot in for people, so yeah, these are a lot more heavy duty. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So like I say, it's more of a hardware update. These are on a real fantastic launch deal. The subs price on these is pretty much the same as what the old one is as well. So if you were looking to upgrade, there's never been a better time to jump on one of these platforms. Like I said, check out that other video if you want to know the more in-depth demo routine that I would do to a customer of this. Like I say, it's about half an hour, so it's definitely worth having a sit down, a cup of tea, and watching it. So if you want to know prices, speak to your dealers, jump on the van, get them to give you a demo and get yours today. So until next time, guys, I'll catch you on the road. Enjoy.